Good afternoon and hello to everybody. How y'all doing? Well, I got something I want to tell y'all. I'm fixing to put up a web page, and this is the video for it. So you're going to have to go to the link in the below section when I get this video up to go to the page to see what I want to show you. There's 3 videos on there. There is a PDF file, and there's a download for the PDF file, and a Wikipedia edition as well. Now, what I'm about to say is I need y'all's help. That's straight up. And the reason why is because the information that I'm about to put up could be, I'm not saying that it is, but could be another one of those biggest lies that has ever been told. Now, I'm not saying that I'm right. And I'm not saying that this person that put up this information is right. But what I am saying, it is enough of the information that I've seen is enough for some serious research through a lot of people. Some that are a whole lot smarter than I am, and the ones that can do it. And I know several of those people. And I know they're going to see the video. But I'm saying this to everybody out there. This is about nuclear bombs. Yes, it's about nuclear bombs. I seen something today that says that, and of what I've read and what I've seen, is they only go off on certain times of the year in a certain place. And some places they can't even go off. Now, if that's true, I got a scenario to tell y'all. And it's a scenario that's going to kind of blow your mind. Well, they call it radiation. Wouldn't that stand short for radio? Yeah, it would. Now, in every one of the nuclear blasts that I've seen, in those areas, they had dish in that area, radar dishes or radio dishes, whatever you want to call them. RF dish, doesn't matter. For radio, microwave, it doesn't matter. It's all RF frequency, RF power, period. Now, this man stated, I'm not saying he's wrong, I'm not saying he's right, but if he is right, mine and another person does sense. We've talked about this before. Talked about this. And if that is entirely true, what he says, then I got some more news for you. It means, in my opinion, only my opinion, that they're using the frequencies and the sun and the alignments of the stars and planets to create major disasters. Now, can I prove that? Am I a scientist? No, I am not. But the scenario of what I'm telling you, and the person that states this was a scientist of some sort. I don't remember. Being honest, I don't remember. There's too much for one person to remember. But what I'm saying, folks, is if that's true, and what he's done, the scenario that I'm adding to this is extremely possible, and they didn't make a bomb at all. Now, I have a video on Tattooed Reloaded. It's one that you'll have to go back, way back in videos to watch the video. I may put that video up on the web page. In fact, I think I will. It's a very old video. It's about Russia and the woodpecker and what it done to a little small island. Now, I'm not saying I can't prove none of this. Okay? I can't prove what that guy said. Don't take it that way. Don't. Please don't. But I thought it was a big enough idea, seeing what he has put up. And there is nothing but nuclear talk and Ebola, the virus. And a lot of people said that in my video that I made yesterday, that it looks more like a virus threat that's going to happen than anything. And you know, if this is right, what this scientist says, if he's right, then the Ebola virus with some 20-year-old college student left an area infected and went to another place, this could be very well true. They're trying to get the virus started in every country or every state or every country, whatever. I don't mean states, I meant countries. So it can spread on its own. Now, Bill Gates and somebody else, they've already got their little vaccine for it, mainly because they created a virus to start with. American patents on Ebola. What do these people really want, folks? If I've been knowing about the Act of 1871 for about 25 years, somewhere thereabouts, maybe not quite that long. 1993? I think it was 1993, 94. I think somewhere around that area. It was, I can't remember the date exactly, but I do know that it was around the time Daddy Bush and Clinton was running on Daddy Bush's second term. Okay? Now, that particular time was a man running for president. Two, actually, for independence. One was named Bo Gritz, and the other one was named Ross Perot. Ross Perot won out. And when he got Bo Gritz out of the picture, he stopped running. Bo Gritz was talking about getting rid of the corporate entity of the government. He was. That's where I learned that information from. But it took me up to about 3.5 years ago for me to find the actual documents to that. So in my opinion, with the amount of people that I have reached with this information, and the haters and the discontents and ones that says it goes further back than that, and it may, I'm not going to argue that point, that we've been enslaved since 1871. We have. That's where the corporate entity gets really wound up, but hidden for 143 years. Until the internet, it was hid. Very few people, if any, knew about it at all. Point of it is this, folks. If that was hidden, and the moon in the 60s, forget what year, 60, 61, 63, whatever, 65, 68, I don't remember what year we went and was supposed to have landed on the moon. There's a point in our atmosphere that goes into space that there's quite a few scientists out there that has reported on this, that says that human life can't go beyond that point without the right, proper atmosphere. And we don't have the technology, or didn't in 1960. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But in the 60s, we didn't have the technology to create a force field of that magnitude to protect human life. Now, I'm not saying they didn't go to the moon. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just telling you what technology has said, what some scientists have said. Others have said that we went to the moon. Well, if that's true, how come Russia and China haven't been to the moon with human life? I'd say that they didn't go to the moon with other devices. Why didn't they land on the moon? And they always talk about going to Mars with human life. Well, they haven't done it yet. They've had the capabilities for some times to have a rocket go there because they've done it. Or they say they've done it. Now, have they? I don't know. I can only tell you what is true and what I think is true and what I think is not. Because we're never going to know all the answers. I stated that before and I'm going to state it again. But if this man's right about nuclear weapons, folks, if he's right, we've been scared of something for a very long time, since World War II. Something else that's been hid, yet again, to scare you this time. The other one was to hide from you the truth about you being a slave. And this one is being hid from you to scare you, to make you think that they can do that anytime they want to. And according to this man, every time they've ever set off one, he knew exactly. On 3 of them, they asked him a question according to one of these videos. They asked him to calculate when it was going to go, the next one could go off. And he did, and they did it for that exact minute. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. Wasn't there. I ain't got no proof. Other than what I've read. Is it true? That's for us to find out, folks. That's for us to find someone that we really know that can do the science to figure it out. And also do the research. Help me do the research on finding out what days that all the nuclear bombs went off. And if it coincides with the dates that the calculations that he give are on those dates. And if they are, then I'm assuming that he's probably right, wouldn't you? Now, with that said, they can do a lot with radio frequency waves. And they do a lot of stuff with HAARP. And they do a lot with the woodpecker and all the rest of them. And it started making me think about something. If that's true, and we have a cell tower in every city within 1,500 feet to a half a mile apart, all over this country, and all of them are in the microwave frequency or very close to it. Now, is that what they're doing? Is using all of those towers? Just a thought. Is it just a thought? It's just a thought that could it possibly be really a weapon? And I say that because I don't know what kind of weapon it would actually be. Mind control, massive cases of cancer. I don't know. We already know that cell phones up to your head for long periods of time gives you headaches and causes brain tumors and cancer. Y'all all did see my leg from the past, where my leg was infected from my Wi-Fi, because my Wi-Fi is underneath my computer table. And that leg was the one was exposed to that particular thing at the closest point. Now it gets covered up with tinfoil, so it reflects it in a different way and not towards me. Has gotten better, but I still got a bad scar on my leg from it. Can I prove that it was that? No. But I did tell the doctor that. And he treated me as such the second time. First time I went in there, was still infected when I went back the second time. And I started talking to him. He listened to me. He gave me some stuff for infection, of course. He also gave me something for like electrical burn, some kind of stuff that they give you for electrical burns. It got better. I also had some vein surgeries done because I had some veins that wasn't opening and closing correctly. They wasn't closing. They were opening, they were filling up with blood. The blood couldn't come out. I took those veins out. Point of it is this. If that guy is right, folks, there is a lot they're not telling us. And I mean a damn lot. We already know they're not telling us some things, and they're lying to us about others. But if this is true, they're scaring the hell out of people right now for no friggin' reason. They're talking and threatening people right now with nuclear weapons. Putin and Obama. Talking about thermonuclear war. Now, I'm not saying that they ain't got that. But wouldn't it be a damn shame they started shooting that stuff and it didn't go off because it was on the wrong day? It'd be great for us. But it'd be terrible for everybody else. That means that we would be going to war old ways, or radio frequency waves, which I think they've already been doing for years. That might have been exactly what happened to Fukushima to start with, was frequency. And instead of Fukushima melting down, they missed the date or the time exactly to create a nuclear bomb, and it didn't go off like they anticipated. It's just a thought. Not facts, just a thought. I don't know, folks, but go to the links in the below section and please help with this research. And I'm thanking the guy out there as well for sending me this to me on my other video that I did yesterday. Thank you, brother. It's very interesting information. That's why I'm making a video on it. And I'm putting a webpage up for it as well. So with that, folks, from my cold dead hands, abolish corporate government. Mainly so we can have lives and freedoms without thieves, scum, and bums. The people that in our governments, all governments, are stealing our freedoms and our rights. And we, the people, are sitting on our lazy asses and doing nothing about it. Much love to y'all. Y'all have a great day now, you hear? Go to the links in the below section for updates every day. Abolish corporate government from my cold dead hands.